The Triumph Speed Triple is one of the most unmistakable silhouettes in the two-wheeled world, and it has a bloodline that stretches back 26 years. For 2021, this iconic naked from Triumph gets its most far-reaching makeover to date, with more power, less weight, and an update in technology and riding assistance. The Speed Triple 1200 RS is here, and it's gunning for the Super Naked Elite. Before we get into the video proper, please just take a second to like this video and subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so that you can stay up to date with all of Visordown's latest videos. First things first, there are a few points to tick off the list before we get into the nitty-gritty of the bike. This is a £15,100 machine, and Triumph is stating it will be in dealers by mid-March. It's also going to be the only Speed Triple that you can buy from here on in. Both the lower spec S and R versions of the bike have now been dropped. As I mentioned a second ago, the 2021 bike boasts the most powerful engine ever to grace the model. It's pushing out just under 30 bhp more than the previous generation machine, and that's a significant wallop of power. And there is more at work here than simply an increase in the capacity. The engine in the 2021 bike is all new from the ground up, with a redesign that includes knowledge and lessons learned from Triumph's Moto 2 engine development programme. The power plant in the previous bike could trace its roots back to the mid-2000s and the first of the 1050 bikes. Technology and know-how has come on a long way since then. Thanks to this, the new engine is larger in capacity but smaller in overall size and significantly lighter than before. It revs faster and harder thanks to 12% reduced inertia and produces more torque while still nailing those pesky Euro emissions regulations. And Triumph have managed all of this and still made the 2021 power plant a whopping 7 kilograms lighter than before. The transmission of the bike has also been optimised for this year, with a stacked gearbox aiding the new engine's compact dimensions. The slipper clutch utilises a new friction material, reducing the number of plates that are required, while also helping to reduce mass and therefore improve inertia. As this will now be the only Speed Triple that you can buy, the 2021 bike also comes equipped with a quick shifter for up and down shifts as standard. The new bike tips the scales at 198 kilograms ready to ride, meaning it's a full 10 kilograms lighter than the previous model. Suspension is provided by Öhlins front and rear with 43mm USD forks and a TTX36 twin-tube monoshock at the rear. The front and rear suspension both feature adjustable preload, rebound and compression damping, along with 120mm of travel. Triumph took the opportunity of the 2021 update to completely redesign the frame of the bike. It may look similar to the previous generation, but the new frame is lighter and totally redesigned for this year, and it weighs 17% less than before. The bike also features improved weight distribution, which is moved further forward and down, something that should improve the front end feel of this already excellent machine. As you'd expect from a top-spec Super Naked, the stoppers on the bike are provided by Brembo, with Stylema monoblock calipers and 320mm discs at the front and a 2-piston caliper at the rear. Thanks to the new smaller overall size of the engine, the swing arm of the new bike has actually had to be extended to maintain the Speed Triple's overall wheelbase. The 2021 reboot of the Big Triumph heralds the introduction of the most technologically advanced Speed Triple to date. The first change, the eagle-eyed will have already noticed, is the introduction of a new TFT 5-inch dash. Both the hardware and the software within the dash are all new and bespoke for this bike. The traction control settings can now be adjusted on the fly, something that previously required you to come to a stop. And like the suspension, the other settings have also been refined for this lighter and more powerful machine. There are 4 levels of traction control intervention to choose from: rain, road, sport and track, plus the ability to turn the traction control off completely. The track setting has been developed in order to maximise forward progress and minimise the intervention when riding hard, and it will allow some rear wheel slip before intervening. The traction control settings are linked to the riding modes but can also be adjusted independently. Front wheel lift control is included on the bike, allowing the rider to select how much or how little intervention is required. This is all set through the traction control settings in the dash. Teaming up with the traction control are 5 riding modes covering rain, road, sport, track and rider. Each setting includes predefined ABS, traction control and throttle map settings, while rider is a user configurable mode. The new Speed Triple also features keyless ignition and also Triumph's Bluetooth connectivity module, a system that previously would have set you back a sizable lump of cash to include. The days of the Speed Triple lagging behind the rest of the Super Naked pack are, as you can see, long gone. In fact, the Triumph now slots into the segment above pretty much everything else except for the Ducati STREETFIGHTER V4S. As with the smaller sibling in the Roadster range, the most visible change to this model is the adoption of all new styling and that distinctive front end. I was always a little bit nonplussed by the previous bike's look. It was alright, but a bit gawky in the front end department. This new bike, in my mind, is a massive improvement. It's more dramatic, modern and looks much less bulky than before. Look, the old bike was certainly not a fatty, but the new one is much more athletic in its build. The tank is slimmer and the step over narrower, adding to the more purposeful stance of the bike. It's definitely still a Speed Triple, just one that's spent the entire lockdown in the gym. The new bike is available in 2 colour schemes, Sapphire Black with red and silver graphics, or Matte Silver Ice with black, silver and yellow graphics. The new bike will be arriving in dealerships in March 2021 and pricing is fixed at £15,100. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and also tap the notification bell so that you can stay up to date with all of Visordown's latest videos. For the latest news, reviews and a full write-up on this bike, please get yourself over to Visordown.com.